It's August 6th, 2012. Big Brother starts now, and God is good too.
I haven't talked to Shane today.
Yeah, she said that people came up to her room until 3 in the morning last night. And you know how Will slept till
Sorry.
12:30 at night? He was going up there.
Will asked me, well, just a minute ago, he asked me how I was voting. And he told me that you had his vote.
Yeah, I said, well, these people that are telling you that are probably going to want to vote. And she goes, oh, no, no, they want you to stay. So I'm like, okay. And she's like, they're just probably going to try and make a deal with you. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's just really bizarre, Brittany.
Agreed.
And I told her, like, well, I'm definitely not going after you. And I can prove that to you in this game that I'm not going to be going after you.
Well, we know we can't trust you with information because you'll go and blab it to Brittany when Brittany don't even like you.
Like, you know, people that are threatening to me.
She thinks that y'all don't tell me anything. And she was like, she just told me y'all's entire conversation. Okay. Well, she came up here and said that when the four of y'all talked, Boogie said that he wanted to work with her. And she said, she completely flipped the scenario. She said, well, I know Dan didn't tell you, but the other day when the four of us were up here, Boogie said that he wanted to work with me in front of everybody and said, and I said, okay, Boogie, if you want to work with me so much, if you want Will gone, then put Frank out and you can work with me, me and Will. And he said he wasn't going for Frank out. She completely switched it. What?
Because Janelle is a lying bitch. All she does is lie and start trouble.
I've never said anything bad.
That's why you need to vote her out on Thursday.
And she kept fishing for information. Well, did Brittany know? I said, nobody knew, Janelle. She's like, well, if I leave, I'm going to leave dresses for you to wear. You were one of my friends. I can't believe one of my friends put me up. Like, we got into it up here. Me and her in the bathroom. It was not like... What was it like? Oh my God, this is just so crazy because... And I told her to get out because I had to go to the bathroom and I didn't want to talk anymore. She was just now down there telling me that you told her you want her to stay. I never said that. I said, you're not my target. I said, but I put you up because I don't trust you. And I said, so that's why I put you beside Frank. She said that you told her that you wanted her to stay and that you were going to tell Shane to vote for her. No. She said, where do you think Shane stands? I said, I don't know. She said, well, y'all are close. I said, we are. I said, but I don't know.
Now, Danielle's lying. She definitely sat there and told Janelle that all these people want to keep her in the house. Somebody lying here. But I don't really care because I want Janelle gone. So lie. Lie, Danielle. Lie.
She said, Boogie asked me for a deal. Said that Boogie wanted to work with me. And then I said, let's get out Frank. And he didn't want to work with Will and I. And I said, when was that? She said, last night when the four of us were up here. That's the opposite of what happened. And then she kept making low hits at me. Like what? Like, you were supposed to be my friend. Why would you put me up? She's starting to get in rage mode. Really? She was acting like you guys were BFFs and that everything was great and that you wanted her to stay in the house. No, I said... And I'm sitting there like, what? And Will came up to me in Skid Row and was like, where's your vote at? And I said, I don't know because I haven't got to talk to anybody yet. I said, there's so much time. I just want to give it a couple of days. I said, I really don't want to decide anything until Wednesday, but I told Janelle that I would tell her one way or another. And he was like... Janelle came up here and said that you promised that you wouldn't vote her out. Whatever. And...
I saw Brittany by herself, pulled her aside, just kind of let her know, so that way she feels okay about it in case it comes up. Because I know now. Right, perfect, yeah, perfect. And it's even when she brought it up, whenever I told her, she was even like, yeah, as long as it's Shane and Joe will still have the votes. I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
You and I need to talk on Wednesday, and we'll figure out, you know, what we're gonna do. She said, well, where's Shannon? I said, I don't know, you can go talk to him. She said, well, I've never talked to him before. I said, well, you probably need to talk to him then. That's all I said. I am going to blow up. I'm going to blow up on her. I'm going to call her out. Dan would freak out. I can't do that. She came here and started trying to cry and then threw it in my face. You were supposed to be my friend. I can't believe my friend put me up. I didn't even have makeup on. Was she really crying?
You know what? She was not your friend because she hasn't talked to you until you got HOH. Then she started talking to you.
I was like,
So that's
I'm
bullshit.
really sorry.
Friend my
As soon as she felt like she was
ass.
getting the upper hand, she started being a bitch. Dried up like that. Nothing ever ran down her face. She told me that you told her that you were so sorry and maybe you made a mistake and, you know, that you wanted her to stay. No. That's what she just I did say I'm sorry that if people lied, then it would have been a mistake, but nothing I can do now. And I said, I am sorry if I hurt your feelings. I did say I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. Well, she definitely thinks that it's Will. Will's one of them, but I never said Will's name. I know, but we're pretending that I don't even know that, remember? Yeah, I know. I can't. And then she started making up all these lies about Boogie, how Boogie said after the competition that he swears on his life that I better not win this, some girl like me better not win this game. And that Boogie said this in Skid Row, and that Boogie hates women, and...
If Boogie hated women, then he wouldn't have showmances with them. He wouldn't have...
Why would I do makeup for you? I said, well, you do stuff with everybody.
He wouldn't have had a baby with one.
Hello,
dumbass.
Well,
That's what Janelle is.
Me in a corner. She wouldn't leave. I know, she was up here forever. She would not leave. I moved from here, and then I went to the bathroom. She followed me to the bathroom. Finally got her to leave by saying, I gotta take a poop. I know, she did. She wouldn't leave. She was up here forever. We left on okay terms. She was like, well, I just want you to know if I stay, I'm not coming after you. I want to work with you and Dan. I only like you and Dan.
She's lying, because if Frank got HOH next week, she'd be all over Frank.
I really wanted to say, what about Brittany and Shane?
Joe got HOH next week, she'll be all over Joe, so that's bullshit.
Yeah.
She's lying. Whoever's HOH, she'll be on their side.
If Will gets HOH next week, he's definitely putting Shane up. The best we can do is to try to get Joe up, too. Because at least if Shane sits next to Joe, we have the votes. Yeah. I just can't believe she said that. And then I can't believe she sat here and lied about Boogie. And I really want to ask Boogie and Frank, was Janelle she said, I was the reason that you stayed. I convinced Boogie and them to keep you, and the next day you were no longer coming out of their mouth. And then she came up here and swore that Boogie said he wanted to work with her.
Liar. That's all Janelle is a liar. And it's a good thing you already know it.
I said, let's vote out Frank, and he didn't say anything. And I said, oh, interesting, I didn't know that. And I was like, you effing bitch. Like, I know. She is good at the game, though. She's very good at the game. She is good. I've been saying this from day one. She's very good at this game. It's been so enlightening to me to play with her versus to watch her play. It's like, not the same. No. This whole good... But as soon as she knew that I was very sorry for hurting her feelings, and I am, that is genuine, she started saying, I can't believe my friend put me up. I can't believe you did this to me. You didn't even let me know to put on makeup. Did you not care about my feelings? And I was like,
who cares if you're wearing makeup or not?
All week, and then
God, Janelle, you're retarded.
Makeup together, and you've been doing this behind my back, Danielle? I said, I didn't know until yesterday, Janelle, and we didn't talk all day. How freaking awkward. She started trying to break me down again. I think she's going to confront Will at some point. She told me that Danielle wants her to stay, and that Danielle is going to tell Shane to not vote her out, and that she has your vote, Ashley's vote, Joe's vote, now Shane's vote, Will's vote, and my vote. So she's staying. She
What she told me?
infuriates me. And then she comes up here and starts making like all these little snide comments at me, and like she was like, Danielle, and if I'm gone, you're the biggest threat female-wise in the house. You know that, right? And you keep making all these big moves and keep putting a bigger target on your back. Like,
What big moves did you make besides that one?
nothing.
Ian said he's coming for a bat, and he's got a whopper for us.
I know. He told me that too. But he talked to Janelle in the hammock today, so I bet it's straight from Janelle's mouth.
And she said, Danielle, if you think that you can win without me, because all these guys in Jersey, you really think they'll vote for you?
So, I mean, that's not the way to play if you're on the block. You don't threaten the person who just put you up as a replacement.
But she kept like saying, I can't believe you did this to me. Like, me and Dan are friends, and you didn't even tell Dan about it? Like, why'd you go back on Dan? Like, I was about to be like, and I had to get her out of my room by telling her I needed to go to the bathroom in private.
I mean, bottom line is that, honestly, if she didn't play the game she did, I don't
She
think
wouldn't be up here right now.
And
she'd
then,
be in with us.
and then she, this is what really made me mad.
You're exactly right. If we hadn't been seeing her true colors in this game from day one, she wouldn't be in the position she's in. We would think she was
I
a
agree,
lovely
I
person
agree.
with great makeup and accessories, and we would be thrilled to have her around.
Leave
And she
Brittany
kinda
this
bribed me with
season
the
is
dresses, too. She said, whether
not
I
being
stay
so
or go, I'm gonna leave my dresses for
annoying.
you. You can just give them to me finale, because either way, I'm still not going to be mad at you. I want you to know that. And then she said,
You're
and
right.
just so you should know, Shane doesn't have your best interest either. I know y'all are friends, but I hope you know he's coming after Dan, and I really like Dan.
Didn't I tell you she told me that yesterday?
She said that, and then
Shane's going after
and then
Dan
she
and
said,
called her out.
and,
And I told her that I don't remember that ever being said.
and then she said,
So
she said,
ridiculous.
and if you did make a deal with Boogie, I said, Janelle, if I made a deal with Boogie, don't you think Frank would be off the block? Do you think Boogie would be okay with Frank on the block? She's like, you're right, but I'm just saying, like, if you ever decide to make a deal with Boogie, you need to remember that Boogie's, when the four of us were up here last night, Boogie said he wanted to work with me, and I told him no, and how about we get rid of Frank, and he didn't say anything. And then Boogie was in Skid Row the night you won HOH talking all this shit about you, and Frank doesn't like you either. So all these people you think are your friends, Shane, Frank, and Boogie, are coming after you and Dan. She's like, you need
She's
me
making
to
up
protect you two.
bunch
We
of
need to make
bold
a
ass
final
what
three deal.
Janelle's doing. So I hope Thursday she's walking out the door.
Isn't that fun?
I just, for the life of me, I never remember her playing a game like that.
I don't either. Like, I was Janelle's biggest fan ever. She was my favorite. She was my freaking favorite person to play this game ever. Ever.
And then she was putting on all my makeup, and I was really nice. I said, Janelle, I see your point. I said, I can't change nominations now. I said, genuinely this morning, I thought you were coming after me. If people are making up lies, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I'm not campaigning for either one of y'all. Y'all can do it yourself and go get the votes. Whatever happens, happens.